Hi everyone. There's a great scene in Schindler's List which you all need to watch. Very good film. At the end where Oskar Schindler, he's receiving a ring made by all the Jewish people that he saved. They forged a ring from all the gold to come out of their teeth to show their appreciation for him. And they say, it says in the Talmud that if you save one man, you've saved every man on earth. And it's a kind of an homage to how we're all connected, how reality is super connected at the very, very fundamental levels. You know what I mean. But anyway, I'm here outside the big jewelry stores because I think there is a lesson to be had by looking at these very glitzy, very glamorous, very expensive status symbols. And I think it's important for us to see them for what they are. As I've progressed in my journey of becoming an internet madman, someone who worked in finance through to now taking great pleasure in talking and exposing things and doing my very personal view of journalism. I get made fun of a lot for calling what I do journalism, but in terms of exposing things which people don't want exposed and sticking cameras where they shouldn't be stuck, I do my best. And one thing that has actually happened to me, and I hope this is a sign of psychological health, is that I see these things now and I feel really sorry for the people that feel the need to buy these things. And the reason why I mention Oskar Schindler and the film Schindler's List, and if you watch that film closely and you understand its impact and you understand what they're trying to do, Schindler absolutely loses it at the end of Schindler's List because he starts crying, he gets really agitated, really upset, because here's all these very grateful, alive Jewish people whose lives he saved by basically scuppering his factory and making all the munitions shit, and he needed all the Jewish people to work in his factory rather than go to the gas chambers. And he starts crying, really upset, really pissed off with himself because he says, I could have saved another 5 Jews, I could have saved another 10 Jews, and he points at his car. He's got like a BMW in his garage, and he goes, fuck, if I'd sold that car, I could have maybe bought another pass for another Jewish guy. And the people he did save, they say, look, Schindler, relax, like you've done what you can. But when faced with that kind of terrible emotion of knowing that his sparkly, shiny objects actually equal human life, you get to see the incredible spiritual vacuum and the sadness that people have when they have to try and get, say, a Breitling Bentley watch. And if we just have a look at some of the prices here, these are in British pounds, so you know it's a lot more in dollars. There you go, £7,000 for a timekeeper. But as you know, these... Oh, I'm a bit zoomed in there. As you know, these things are status symbols to hide a very powerful feeling of inadequacy. And so, when you've been on the journey that I hope we all are, some people call it the monomyth, the hero's journey. Not that I'm a hero, but everyone's a hero, everyone's on this path towards discovering how important and powerful they are. You start to see, actually let's go over to the Rolexes. Rolexes are more fun. You start to see these things as massive badges of your inner demons, as massive badges of, I guess in a way, how much you hate yourself and how much you feel inadequate in today's climate, because these watches, these cars, I actually came out here, there was this carbon fiber Porsche, what's the four-wheel drive, the Jeep Porsche called? I don't know, but anyway, that big Porsche thing, there was a carbon fiber souped up one. It was souped up, it had big craziness on it, it was a modified Porsche, and it looked like it was, I don't know, designed to like run over zombies in the apocalypse, but it was just so beefy. It was like a Porsche muscle car. And the two ladies that came to the car looked like, actually no, you could tell they had plastic surgery, collagen injections, facelifts, and they looked like the Kardashians, or that's the look they were going for. And they looked really, really sad and angry. And I was there with my camera, I was deleting my footage because I ran out of space on the hard disk, and they drove off before I could film them. But they could see what I was up to with the camera there, and the look of hatred they gave me. But I don't know how people can, actually I do know, I've been explaining it, but various people, when they're caught with the disease of needing more, do not see any problem with wearing a watch or driving a car, which could, with a bit of effort, that energy could actually save lives, could inspire people. I often fantasize about if I had £100,000, I could go to a slum in Brazil or a slum in India and meet some families where the father has died and the mother is struggling to feed, and she's an honest woman, she doesn't turn to crime or prostitution, and she's struggling to feed her children, and to be able to maybe build a house or set up a little trust fund for her kids so that they can go to school. I fantasize because in this world I think that's the only thing that would make me happy, is helping children. And when you start waking up as to how the matrix is built, as to how corporate consumer culture is organized, you see that you do actually make a deal with your inner demon. You either deal with your inner angel or you deal with your inner demon. And when you buy a £10,000 watch, which is a $16,000 watch, you're basically saying to your better self that the status symbol is going to give you more pleasure than the thought of making vulnerable children smile.